Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. In this lesson, I want to deal with pride, okay, and the dangers of that. I was watching the other video that the Elder Manasseh Zakpa did on basically this whole situation with WFI and I think HOI now and all that, calling for camps or groups to come together, apparently to wear all black, okay, bring cans and water bottles and all of that, so-called defending themselves against, or their brothers, against what happened, I believe, last week in Chicago, right, between the Palestinians and them. So, the actual part that I really wanted to focus on is the part about associating basically members of GMS and us who are in like mind as being cowards because, we are speaking out against that behavior. Okay, and I have a few precepts that I want to go into dealing with that, because the thing about pride, okay, is that it's able to blind you. There's some situations which I'm sure we've all seen or heard of where an individual knows clearly that whatever situation it is, they don't stand a chance, all right, or a good chance of being successful in it. But because of their pride, they put reasoning aside and they go out there anyway, right? I'm just going to give a hypothetical situation, right? This individual knows that there is there's in the next house, I don't know, the owner has like 5 wild ass pit bulls and 3 Rottweilers and 2 German Shepherds or something, right? And they're not leashed. They're in the backyard roaming about. And somebody comes and tells him, one of his boys tells him, or maybe he's with a group of people and they tell him, look, I dare you to go over that fence, for 5 seconds and then come back. Something like that, something stupid. He knows very well that the second his big toe touches that yard, the grass, his ass is grass. Okay, they're gonna rip him up, right? But he knows he's not gonna get out unscathed for the most part. But because his pride is there, they're like, yo, you scared of something like that? You would have an individual that would say, nah, I'm not a coward. I'm not afraid. F that. I'll be right back. Knowing very well that it's not a good idea. Okay. And at the end of the day, when you really, really analyze it, what do you actually gain from doing that? For your group to think that you're tough? Because what's actually happening is that group of people you're with, they don't really have any wisdom in their head, because if they think that doing something stupid is considered doing something brave or tough, then that's really, a group that's not too bright. And if you are risking your well-being to try and impress a group like that, then you are definitely not bright at all, right? And this is the example that I'm giving here, okay, which is that analyzing a situation and making the best decision by applying wisdom does not make you a coward, okay? It's actually really what the example the Lord set for us, because that's how you live longer. Okay, that's how you avoid doing, putting yourself in situations, all right, that can actually go very, very dangerous. But because of pride, you're not able to, analyze the full danger in a certain matter, because you're focused on that emotion. You're focused on proving yourself, or whatever the case may be. Okay, maybe be it pride or anger or revenge or whatever it is. But I'm going to start off here in the book of Proverbs, which is a very good book. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 3, which is also a very important precept to lay to heart. Proverbs 22 and 3, and it reads, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. So why does a prudent man foresee the evil? Well, when you look up the word prudent, okay, it says here, Irawam, it's a subtle, shrewd, crafty, sly, sensible. Okay, and so somebody that is sensible can foresee the evil or danger, meaning they can look at a situation and analyze and say, I'm not going to go down that road because I can foresee that things will not go right if I go down that road. There's a possibility, okay, that things can go very, very wrong. And I'm not going to wait until I'm in that situation and then look back and in retrospect, and then say, damn, I could have made a better decision here because it's too late. I'm already facing the consequences. So foreseeing, I'm going to look ahead and analyze the situation and say, that's not a good idea. This can get very dangerous. Somebody can get hurt on either side. Something can go very wrong, right? Because the Most High controls everything. Now, the Most High could have it to where, the slightest thing turns very, 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 very wrong. And even in your mind, you may say, this is not what we wanted to happen. This is not what our intention was. But guess what? You're involved in it now. And there's no going back. A prudent man sees all these things, thinks about all these things. A prudent man looks at the bigger picture and says, why am I out there in the first place? Okay? Listen, even if you were out there and they came and they took your board and they broke it and they spat on it and they said F the Most High and all that, F your God, all those things. And then that happened and then you left. The bigger picture, when you look at the bigger picture, it doesn't mean say now I'm going back there to go get revenge on them and curse out their gods and so on and so forth. That doesn't do anything for you. Okay? You may be pissed, you may be vexed, but what is you going back there, in the sense of trying to retaliate the way they attacked you? What does that do for the ministry of the Lord? Because you can do more for the Lord in terms of defending the Lord by just going to a different place and prophesying. The Lord will take care of the rest. But coming back to the precept, the prudent man looks at the bigger picture and says, what the Most High, Bahasham Yahushai, cares most about is me feeding their sheep. Okay? The Yahushai didn't tell Peter 3 times, defend my rep with your life, going, if anybody says something, you get down with it, all right? You get down with it. I know when you cut off Malchus's ear, I had to put it back because we was on camera, but now I'm telling you, you're good. No, that's not what Yahushai said. His priority was feed my lambs. With what? Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Now with water bottles and soda cans and tough guy, bravados. So that's what the Lord really cares most about. All right. So you can really do more for the Lord by just letting that go, going somewhere else, and continuing to teach. Look, you have Esau who sets up agents to come and do certain things. You have Satan who sets up agents in that he sets up different situations. And the goal is really the same here, which is to stop you from doing what you're doing, which is teaching the word. So if Satan, right, which ultimately the Most High controls everything, but let's bring it down a level, right? If Satan orchestrated this event and set it up to where this would happen and you would get agitated, what is his real goal? For you to do exactly what you're doing now. You've fallen into the trap. Okay? He's not able to accomplish what he wants if you say, it's fine. I'm going to just go somewhere else and just continue doing what I'm doing. Because when you're doing the right thing, that's the reason, right? The reason these demons come and try to mess with you when you're doing the right thing is because the thing that you're doing is what they want to stop you from doing. That's their goal. So when you continue to do that right thing, even after they have tried to stop you or agitate you, that's what gets them the most, not you giving in and giving them your attention now. Right? Somebody comes up, they keep trying to provoke you. What do they want? Maybe they want you to stop speaking. So they come and try to provoke you. The second you give in, you've given them, they're successful and you're not. Okay? But they keep trying to provoke you because what you're doing is affecting them. But if you keep doing what you're doing, then you're the one who's affecting them. You're the one winning. All right, but come back to Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. Hideth himself does not mean, for example, you see some evil and you run and jump under your bed with a blanket like Scooby-Doo. No. Hideth himself, meaning that when you read in the NLT, the way it says is a prudent man foresees danger and takes precautions. Right? You keep it, that's not a good idea. Let's not do that. Okay, being able to put your pride aside, your ego, whatever it is, regardless of how you may look, how you may appear. Okay, that is the wiser move. A gang, I don't know, threatened you. You say, I'm gonna go back there the next time with a pocket knife, and I'm gonna show them something, knowing damn well there's like 20 dudes with different, packing heat. And you got a pocket knife, and you're going there because you're not. When they threatened you, you were with your girl, and you were a tough guy. You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna lose your life. And for what? Now your girl, her man is gone. Who's gonna protect and defend and take care of her? All because what? An event that happened that you couldn't let go, and it went and got you killed because you didn't think ahead. To say, you know what? Let me look at the bigger picture. Maybe I have kids. Who's going to take care of them? They lose their dad for what? Maybe I throw curses on them. I just throw curses on them. Let the Lord deal with them. He can do much worse than me anyway. But when you are not prudent, you throw all of that away. You're blinded by your emotion, and you're not using wisdom. Wisdom is trying to help you, but you're pushing her to the side somewhere. She's trying to stand at the door, and you just throwing her across the room somewhere. F that. Emotion is in the driver's seat now. So I'm going to go back there knowing that they all packing heat, and that if one of them pulls out and pulls out their weapon and just presses the trigger, I'm done. I'm not deflecting bullets with a pocket knife. So you know that you don't stand there. Things can go very wrong. You know that. But you still go there anyway because you've thrown reasoning out of the way. And then somebody tries to tell you, yo, chill out. I know, coward, what you mean chill out? Nah, I need to go show them what I'm really about. You know what you show the world? That you're not the brightest individual out there. And that's why it says, but the simple pass on and are punished. So here's an example. We're going in one direction, maybe two people are going in one direction, right? They're like, one of them says, yo, hold up. Nah, that place, that don't look too good. I heard like certain events be going on over there. That gang over there, they like to bother people and stuff. Let's not go there, in case they try something. You're foreseeing evil, possibility of things going wrong. So you say, nah, let's go the other way. Other person says, bro, they ain't gonna do nothing, man. If we in broad daylight, if we don't look at them, they ain't gonna look at us, bro. We good. Let's just go. They're not considering the possibility. So you may say, nah, I'm going the other way. They'll say, nah, I'm going this way, whatever. You know what's going to happen? They're going to go with the energy of, I'm good. I'm not scared. I'm coming through here. I don't give a damn what anybody says. And then maybe these individuals would have left you alone. But then you have demons in the background that say, yo, tempt this guy real quick. Go see what he's about. So one of them maybe sticks out their foot, trips this individual, and then next thing you know, you find out on the news somebody got stabbed to death in broad daylight by a gang, and they fled when the cops came. And you find out, who was this? Oh, this was a guy that I told, let's go the other. And you know what the prudent man is gonna say? I knew we should have gone the other way. That's just an example. All right. So let's move on. This is Proverbs chapter 16. Verse 18. Okay, it says here, pride goeth before, and also another example is when you look at situations in the scriptures, right? Which that's the reason they were written aforetime for our learning. When you look at situations in the scriptures, Elijah ran away. Now, Elijah had power to call down fire from heaven, power to make it not rain, which in fact is what he did, and that's why they wanted him. And he ran away. Why didn't Elijah say, I don't give a damn if Jezebel and Ahab got all their armies and all that after me? I'm gonna go there and I got spiritual power, and even if it's just me, I'm not scared. The angels are recording this. I gotta show them what I'm about. Why did Elijah run? Why did he flee? Why didn't he just turn back and go back and fight him? Because Elijah had wisdom, common sense, actually, that says, no, there's danger over there. I'm not going over there. Okay? Now, there's a difference. There's a difference here, right? Meaning, if you're standing up for an actual good cause, that's a different story. Okay? Something happens, and maybe, you're in a situation where you have to give a testimony. Right, as the scripture said, before the Gentiles, you got to stand up for the Lord. Like they're asking you blatantly, are you a part of this Hebrew Israelite stuff? Do you call on the name they call Yahushua and all of that? At that point, if somebody denies the Lord in a situation where the Lord has put them there to stand up and represent the Lord, then you can say such an individual is a coward. At that point, it's not about, I'm using wisdom. What you mean using wisdom? The cat's out the bag. Faces on the news. They got everybody over here. Ain't no wisdom. All right. So at that point, you got to show yourself, courageous as a man. And obviously, yeah, hell yeah. Stand up for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Right? Because the time will be right. In a situation like that, an individual that, they draw back. You see, there's a difference between somebody who's just a coward, who can't stand up for anything, and somebody that uses wisdom because they have a good reason for not doing a particular thing. Okay? But only those with actual sound reasoning would understand that. And that's why I did a lesson some time back about not every Israelite is made the same. So Proverbs 16:18, pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall. Okay, and that's why you have a lot of examples like that. That pride and that haughty spirit, it goes before a fall. Better is it to be of an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. All right, because most of the time, that spoil is not worth the loss. It's a small gain compared to the loss. Okay, and the scriptures talk about tempting the hand of the Lord. You don't want to do that. We're in some evil days here. Okay, and now is the time where you need to use wisdom more than ever. If you go and put yourself out there, the Lord can have things go very, very wrong and make a public example out of you and show you why he put the spirit on us to say what we're saying. All right, see, the Lord deals with signs. Ephesians 5 and the scriptures say, the Most High speaketh once, yea, twice, yet man perceiveth it not. So you may think, oh, we're just men that disagree with you. And you may not realize that, hey, maybe the Most High is actually speaking through them to give us a warning. And then you say, nah, F that. And then you go and then the Lord has something crazy go down. And now guess what? Now everybody can see, damn, this is why they were saying that we shouldn't. Oh, shit. Ephesians 5:15, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, being prudent, being sensible, redeeming the time because the days are evil. So what is our number one priority? Teach the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right, that's the number one priority. It's like this. Let me give you another example. So you are you're walking with your spouse, right? And your spouse, a car or a motorcycle comes in full speed where they're supposed to stop and they don't, and they hit your spouse, right? And she flies to the other side of the road. You're standing there. Do you chase after the individual, or do you go and check on your spouse to see if she's okay? See what happened, see what condition she's in. Which one do you do? Okay, which one do you do? Because you may say, And that's dictated based on how you're feeling at that moment. Because somebody would get they'll be in that situation, and they may be more angry, so much so that the first thing they do is chase after the car or chase after the bike. But now let's be realistic, right? A bike, if somebody came and hit somebody and they're not the type, like they stop the car and come and check on them, right? They're just like some crook and they keep on going. Do you think they're gonna slow down after they do that? No, they're gonna speed up. They don't want you to catch them. And your feet don't run faster than a motorcycle, and they don't run faster than a car. So what happens? Let's say you make decision B, and you chase after the bike or the car. You chase it a couple of blocks. You can't catch him. You're gassed. You're winded. You're out of breath. Oh shit, my woman. Then you turn around and then you try to get there as fast as you can. Maybe by the time you get there, she done bled out and died. Right? Maybe she was hit and she was in critical condition. But if you had maybe put some, I don't know, pressure on something or whatever, or called for help, or just taken her to the hospital right away, she could have made it. All right? The first thing in your mind was, I need to get these people. But who just, prior to, let me go and see, how she's doing and all that. The rest can come later. What's the priority? Okay? So if you made decision B, you may lose both. You don't catch the guy necessarily at that time. Maybe you may never catch him. Who knows? Or maybe you do. But you lose your woman too. Or you may say, let me check on her. Shit, I could take her to the hospital. She can make it just in time. She lives. And the Lord brings judgment on the individual. Who knows? All right, but that was just an example there going to show you that when you're in certain situations, you have to make decisions based on reasoning. That's really the supposed to be the nature of a man. Women are the ones that make decisions based on emotions. Men make decisions based on reasoning. This is why women are always talking about how they feel. Not so much what they think. All right. And even if it is what they think, is they're thinking based on what they feel. It's about, how do you feel? This made me feel. How do you think that made me feel? Well, I felt. This is what I feel. All right. Men deal with what it is. This is the reasoning behind. And that's why if you look at when a man argues with a woman, the man gets angry or upset when the woman, because a woman, when she's arguing with you, she's just going to say whatever. Because she wants to get you mad. She wants to hurt you. Right? A man will try to explain, first off, this whole situation came about because boom, boom. They're going to try to explain with reasoning why it is that what you're saying is incorrect, and you need to be quiet and listen to what they're saying. The woman ain't going to try to hear that. Right? So a sample scenario could be, she starts talking, blah, 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 blah. The dude is like, okay, all right, cool. And then he hears what she has to say. The second he's about to talk, blah, 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 she keeps interrupting him. She keeps saying, that's what's going to get him agitated. He's trying to use reason to tell, look, let me explain to you why this is the case. Nope, she ain't trying to hear it. Because her emotions are left, right, up, down, forward, back, left, right, up, down. She all over the place. So the Lord really designed men to think with your heads, not with your feelings. Okay? To deal with what makes sense. What is the logical thing to do? Okay? And then there are a lot of cases where the logical thing to do is not the thing you feel like doing, or not the thing you want to do. But that's when you discipline yourself and you put down what you want to feel like doing based on your emotions, and you go with what the right thing is to do. Okay? Anyway, I'm going to end it here. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. And hey, we can only do so much, but as far as our actions are concerned, we'll continue to do, what's right by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. And the Lord does everything. He controls everything. So we'll see what comes of this whole situation. But, we've cautioned, we've warned, right? And, we've done what the Lord told us to do. And that's what we're going to continue to do. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai. Bahasham Rakakudash. And actually, before I end this, my eyes just laid on this precept. Let me finish this real quick in Ephesians 5:17. And this is in the NLT. It says, don't act thoughtlessly, but understand what the Lord wants you to do. So with that, shalom.